I'm back. Yesterday, in the evening-ish, I abruptly left my story time because, well, there were a couple of reasons, but the most important reason is this. There were many signs to slow down and to observe the energy within me and the energy of this interaction. Because this is the first time that I've been able to speak my truth in many years. I've been working every single day for this moment, the moment that was forced by that hacker. I've been putting in work every single day for 3 years. And it's odd. The energy that comes with expressing yourself is odd. I gotta take a second. With that being said, I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that I am a certain way. Not only do I read signs and allow for energy to exist in the way that it wants to, but because I do these things, I'm also someone who is more than happy to just leave things where they are and then come back to them. If I feel like I'm saying something I don't mean to say or I don't want to say, I won't say it. If I can't clarify, I'll leave. If I'm doing something I don't want to do, I will stop doing it. Even if it means we're in the middle of an important conversation or interaction, then it's not time for that interaction. And so I would say you could expect me to drop the mic and walk away a couple of times, probably regularly. It's just a thing. Okay, so here is what's going to happen. Today, I am going to do my best to complete my story time. And if I don't complete it today, I'll just be persistent in adding to it until it is completed. This, like I said, this process is necessary. It is required. The things that I need to say at the end of this, when my story has been told, or this part of it has been told, that's what I'm going for. So if anybody hacks my account and takes anything down or disrupts me in any way or says something on my behalf and I'm not saying it to you like this, don't take it. That's all I can say right now until I finish my story. It's that important, the thing that I have to say now, because someone tried to hack my account. I'm here. I mean to be here. I will continue to be here. If anything else comes up and it's not what I just said, don't listen to it. Okay. One more thing before I get out of this car I've been sitting in forever. It's time to talk about the hacker again. We talked about it yesterday, but it's not over, so let's reiterate. Yesterday, someone tried to hack my account only after I started sharing information about what I have experienced over the last 6 years. This is the only time in this entire process of me communicating my experience to the world that my hand will be forced. It is the only thing in my hand that can be forced. And since I've been gone for so long and so many people don't know me, even if they would like to think that they do, I think it's important to say clearly and for the record, I am not someone to be intimidated and I am not someone to be threatened. I will respond in kind. You don't know what kind of God of War energy I've cultivated over these last couple years, so watch it. Oh yeah, I was gonna leave my car, but then guess what? I'm ADHD, so I ended up looking at my messages because I realized that somebody sent me something yesterday that I actually wanted to talk about because goddamn was I appalled and surprised. I actually took a sledgehammer outside and smashed some things because I was so upset by it when I saw it. And since I'm in, free speech mode, I'm just going to fucking let it rip. A very brief rundown on the situation. Ready? Go. Yesterday, while I was posting, someone named Amanda said a few things to me in my DMs. And one of them was very interesting in comparison to the others. And it was the fact that apparently Talinda has licensed an official Chester Bennington merch store where they sell clothing with his signature and his likeness on it. I'm not involved in that. I think that's a fucking trash decision. And I cannot believe that she used my siblings as models for this store. I was so livid. Like, I saw that shit and I went, oh my God, she's pimping out my little sisters. And I walked out with a sledgehammer and had to smash some shit because, God damn, is there just no end to the treachery? The reason I was in my messages is because I was looking for this link so that I could post it on my story, but it turns out that I can't post that page to my story. So I can't post anything about this store to my story, which means I'm going to need help. If anyone here knows about that store page, can you go to it and add it to your story, mention me, so that I can add it to mine? That would be really helpful. It'll also go in the reel for, the receipts later on when people decide to actually listen to what I have to say. Because, literally nobody's watching me right now. Talinda threatened my life and I've been pumping out materials since March. You guys are real vigilant. To all of those out there who may help me to achieve this task of making this atrocity visible, thank you. I appreciate you very much. I have two things to say about this before I leave for realsies. But since we're circling back rather nicely to the point at hand, I'm in no rush. So let's get it. Point number one. The apparel is trash. This is a review. I can't believe you would sell his fucking soul like that for what? Some trash hoodies with some trash silhouettes and his signature? You're selling pins and shit? Bro, literally, go away. No, I'm just kidding. Come here. I need to tell you something. Talinda, let me tell you something. That was a dumb choice. You have bad taste. Please stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing it. It's annoying. Why do you make choices like this? Why can't you just live a normal life? Why did you have to get a $6 million house? Why did you have to lie to people about health and healing and happiness and go on this 320 kick? You scam so many people, and then what? You're selling certified merch and you're signing off on Sean Dowdell's fucking whatever the hell he's doing. And you're signing off on whatever the hell it is that Mike thinks he's doing and the Linkin Park guys. Like, what is your deal? And you're going to tell me I'm a disgrace to my family? Oh boy, you married into this shit. Oh. Like I said, dumpster fire, but it's a chemical fire and maybe even an oil fire. And you're just taking Chester's dead corpse and pile driving it into this fire over and over again. Like, if I pile drive him one more time, he'll come back to life. Give me a break, bro. Literally, you're annoying as fuck. God damn. I'm not even trying to be mean right now, but like, how far does the treachery go? They kids, save the kids. Why nobody think about the fucking kids? Nah, I'm one of them too, by the way. Ugh. Anyways, second point. The second point is that the first post on this page, from my recollection, I might have read it wrong, so, correct me, but I'm pretty damn sure that the first post was in December of 2021, which is literally only months away from August. That means within, what, September, October, November, December, within 4 months of threatening my life, you started a merch store? And you still had the balls to tell me I was the disgrace to my family and that you would sue me if I ever defamed you or my father again when I've never spoken bad about you in public ever? Well, guess what? Your time ran out. I'm talking bad about you now, bitch. You're kind of annoying as shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be your biggest brat. Fuck it. You know what? That's it. I needed to incorporate the brat energy. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't even have time for this. I open the door and it's stunning outside. Like, honestly, I should have just had the door open the entire time, and now I've lost all motivation to actually leave my car. I've spent most of the last 6 years in here, so it's kind of just super comfy for me. Anyways, to continue and conclude my thoughts on my second point, I just want to say that I've spent the last 3 years every single day without, that's not an exaggeration. Say if there were 10 days in the last 3 years, 9 of those days I devoted to investigating my background and learning about my father and looking at the things that people have been doing in his name. And I have often wondered in approaching this, what's disrespectful? What's too much? How hard is too hard? How far is too far? And honestly, I'm so appalled by this Chester Bennington store thing that like I can't even feel it. That's how deep it is. So in the words of Little Sims, might be a brat for a bit. Fuck yo blunts, man, I want my spliffs. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel right now. I feel like skating off. And so I'll be back later to continue my story and to backtrack a little bit, because in my time away, I realized there was a detail to the Sean story that I forgot about because it was so quick and so kind of removed from the situation, but ultimately connected. It's important, and so we're gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna finish my story time, and then I'm officially gonna tell everyone that I'm not suicidal, and if anybody tries to impersonate me, don't trust them and ask the big questions. But like I said, we'll get back to that because that's how serious this is. That's how serious this is, guys. This is not a fucking joke. This is no joke. I'm not messing around. Yeah, I'm still chilling in my car for a second. I wanted to shout out the hacker because honestly, I think you brought to me a piece of myself that I haven't had in a long time. Thank you so much for making me act in a way that I was, necessarily fearful of acting. Yes, it wasn't what I wanted necessarily, but maybe the necessary part of reality wasn't what I thought it was. So thank you very much. Don't do it again, but I appreciate you bringing this part of me to myself, and I appreciate you, Amanda, for showing me the CB store, because guess what? I feel a bit more centered in this conflict now. I feel like I got a little bit better of a read of the field, the battlefield that is. As I am reflecting on the things that have been said and the things that have yet to be said, I realize that my story is eating itself alive, and that every time I post something else has to be taken off. So in the case, or in the event that someone's following along and they're not really sure what the hell's going on because parts of the story aren't there, I just want to offer a brief recap of what's going on and point you in the direction of some resources that might make this a bit easier. So if you are interested in the story as a whole, I would suggest that you go to the Friends highlight on my bio page. Most of it is there. The rest of it should be here on the story because it hasn't been that long. With that being said, yesterday I chose to break my social media silence to support my friends who I am sick and tired of not being able to support because I have to think of myself. In an effort to support my friend, I decided I would start to circle back to some of the materials that I've posted in the past and give some more context to them, because in my mind, it's not just enough to validate someone. You also have to validate the circumstance. So I did that. And when I did that, within 2 hours, someone hacked or attempted to hack my Instagram account. They were looking to reset my password, which is very interesting. And since that happened, and since I'm going through what I'm going through, which is at this time largely unknown to the public, I had to start saying some things, get the ball rolling on some necessary acknowledgments before anything bad could happen. Fun fact, in the time between now and the hacking attempt, my friend Trish, the friend that I was supporting, they also experienced a similar attempt to hack into their account. Okay? And basically, after saying everything that I wanted to say up to a point, I decided to take a break because there were so many signs saying to slow down. And today, I am back and ready to say some things, which are all here. So I'm not gonna clarify on that, but that is the gist of what's going on. Helped a friend, attempted hack, dealt with that, still dealing with it. We're still dealing with it. We're going through it right now. See you soon.